Oh yeah, Marissa's win pose. That was pretty sick. She defeats you in battle, then just grabs your lifeless corpse and with her helmets on in her golden glory. Look at the light raining down on her from above. I also saw people hating on this gameplay showcase on Twitter. People were saying, oh, we were so spoiled by Damascus and Tyrant's showcases for DBFZ, which they are. Damascus and Tyrant have done amazing showcases for DBFZ, but come on, you cannot compare what's going on here on Capcom TV in Japan to actual high-level character breakdowns that they do for an established game that's been out for a couple years. This is all just fluff. They had to have the fluff. It does suck. It does suck that our showcases are all fluff, that we don't get more in-depth showcases, but this is not for us, you know? Ready? Mash! Yeah, we're not the target audience, which is fine. I do think, though, that they should provide the high-level footage. I made a whole video about this, and I got roasted to hell and back. I do think it's important to show people just mashing and having fun to show that this game is for everybody. But even a person who knows nothing about fighting games can tell the difference between a long combo when the number goes up and the number of hits is going up. Like you can understand that someone is beating ass versus mashing. So I think that they should do both. I've made a video about that and people roasted me in the YouTube comments because you can't have a negative opinion about something even if it's like a more constructive criticism. When people are all aboard the hype train, right? Like that's just the reality of the situation, and people are definitely 100% on the Street Fighter 6 hype train, and they're using that to take a shit on Street Fighter 5 and everything else. And I see it everywhere, and I'm a little disappointed by some people. Honestly, it's something I've been thinking about. I'm not engaged in any Twitter conversations or anything. I've just been trying to stay kind of out of the loop. But it's a very common thread that I see, and I get it on my YouTube comments all the time, which is annoying. It's so annoying to publish a video and it's about Street Fighter 5, and then it's people who come in to shit on Street Fighter 5 and so they can't wait for Street Fighter 5 to die so they can move on to Street Fighter 6. And I get where it comes from because they're ready for something new, but do you know how fucking annoying it is to put something into the world and people just use that as the platform to say that they hate the thing that you're using to create something with? It's like, why did you click on the video? That drives me nuts. If you don't like the game, you don't like the experience, don't engage with it, right? That's the first obvious answer. I don't understand where that comes from. But beyond that, there's just this psychological momentum that builds up before the release of a game. And it's funny that I see it from people, even on Twitter, the people I know, people I'm friends with. I see it from people who I know for a fact did the same thing with Street Fighter 4 when Street Fighter 5 was about to come out. This is the first time I've got to see the second cycle, right? I saw it with Street Fighter 4 going into 5. And I did not understand why everyone was hating on 4, because I was grinding 4 till the last fucking day, dude. I was like, I did not get enough done in this game. I've been busting my ass. I'm finally getting good. I'm finally at the point where I feel like, man, if I just had a couple more tournaments, I could get my name out there. I could take more names. I was like, man, I got good too late. You know what I mean? That's how I was feeling. I have money now. I got a job. I can go to tournaments. I can do something now, but it was already the end of an era, right? So I was like, damn. So I was grinding 4 to the last minute. You know how many people were shitting on Street Fighter 4 nonstop? This game is Sleep Fighter 4, bullshit Vortex Oki, real fundamentals are gonna come back to 5, real footsie's coming back to 5, the OGs are gonna win in 5. I'm so tired of this game, I can't even watch it anymore. People were shitting on Street Fighter 4 on every forum, in the Twitch chats, in the Reddits, in the Twitters, everywhere you went. People were hating on this game so much at the end. And I'm seeing it exactly again right now with Street Fighter 6. And it's just the same psychological phenomena that happens. It's like this mass psychosis where everyone forgets what it's like, or you're part of it for the first time. And you when you get caught up in it, you forget. You don't have your perspective anymore, even though you were there for the previous iteration, because it really is like a mass psychosis that happens. You get so excited and you feel the energy from everyone else participating in it. And then when you're not I'm excited, but I'm not losing my mind over Street Fighter 6, I still enjoy Street Fighter 5 for what it is. I like Street Fighter 5 and I have for a very long time. You know, I love Street Fighter 4 as well, up until the very last minute. So I was there like, I don't understand why everyone is so negative right now about the current game. I don't get it. I don't know. I just find it strange. I find it really strange. It's a weird thing. So I get it for people who fell off Street Fighter 5, and I don't know. To me, I think it's more about nostalgia. Like, I think everyone is chasing that pure feeling of being in love with their first fighting game and being competitive and feeling like you're good and feeling young and fresh. I really do think it's just like an opportunity to not only enjoy a new game, but to enjoy a new you. This is a forum, a medium for you to reinvent yourself as well. It's not just a new game. It's new game, new you, baby. And so you don't like where you currently are. You're not excited about your current state of being. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's so much negativity, and I feel like that's what it is. I feel like people are just negative, and it's not just the game. It really isn't just about the game. You don't have that strong of a feeling about Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 4 at the time. It's just that it represents something new. And the past is bad. Where I've been in the past is bad. My current state is not where I'm going to be. I'm shedding my skin. I'm going to be brand new Street Fighter, brand new me, baby. And so that way you have to shit on your previous iteration. You have to shit on the current state of things. Because how could this compare to what lies ahead? How could it compare, you know? And I see people that I know doing that, and I'm like, dude, like, come on, like, it's not that big a deal. Like, I think Street Fighter 5 is a very good game. I really enjoy Street Fighter 5. I can understand not having too much to look forward to in the game competitively. It's an old game at this point, and there's if you're not heavily invested into it, I totally understand being ready to move on and try something new. I get that entirely. But when people get so hateful about it, it's like, bro, it gets corny to me. We saw it with Street Fighter 4, man. People pretend it didn't happen. It so happened. Everyone hated Street Fighter 4 at the end. They were begging for Street Fighter 5 to come out. Begging. And it just happens. It's a cycle, man. It happens every single time. Every single time. And I just feel like you're kind of setting your... That's what I say. This got taken so out of context before. That's why I say people set themselves up for disappointment. Because I think people act like a new Street Fighter game is going to save all of their... It's going to save the world. It's not. You might have a really good time with it. It's just a new thing. It's a new game. And there's a chance at the end of it that you still don't like the game. Because I think with any competitive game, I think there has to be, it's so much based on your personality and how you can structure expectations that you will never be happy. Look at any competitive game. Is there any competitive game where everybody is fucking happy? Name a single game that is based on competitive multiplayer where you can point at the player base and go, yeah, these guys they're all having a good time. Chess? The game where they're accusing people of having anal beads to cheat? What are you talking about? Chess? You call that a good time? The multi-million dollar lawsuits over anal beads? That's the game where people are having a good time. I'm pretty sure people have gone to war over chess. There is no competitive game where everybody is happy. You guys don't know this? You guys don't know the chess drama? Are you kidding me? Am I going to introduce this to a large number of people? Chess player accused of using anal beads to cheat is now suing world champion Magnus Carlsen. You guys don't know this? Magnus Carlsen, the undisputed #1 ranked chess player of all time, lost in a major, like the world major tournament, I don't know the exact event, to Hans Niemann, and he lost one game and then withdrew from the tournament entirely, and then later on made accusations that he was potentially harming the integrity of the game. This guy, apparently he's like a young 20-year-old, he used to cheat online all the time. So he has cheated in the past, confirmed, in online tournaments for money, and then theories were arising of how he was cheating in the tournament, and now he's suing Magnus Carlsen for I think defamation, and it's in like it's a $100 million lawsuit. Yeah, so in the tournament he was accused, Magnus withdrew in an IRL tournament with cameras, and they have lots of ways to prevent you from cheating. So people were trying to predict how he was cheating in the tournament. Magnus did not make this theory, but this was one of the popular theories that arose from the community. So Magnus more implied he was cheating, and then, you know, other people ran wild with the speculation. You guys don't know about this? The point is, there is no competitive game where everybody is happy. That is the point. So when this hype happens for a new fighting game, new me, new Street Fighter, new time to reinvent myself, you will have fun in the beginning because it's new, it's fresh. You're learning at a rapid pace. You're constantly figuring new things out every day. The process of learning a fighting game is what brings you joy. Winning is great, but you don't always get to win because there's 2 players involved. There's always going to be one winner, one loser. What you have fun with is learning, feeling like you're progressing, feeling like you're growing. And there will come a time where slowly you start to realize day by day, you're not figuring out as many groundbreaking discoveries in your journey. The strides become steps. You start inching forward. Some days it feels like you're regressing. And then you don't have necessarily the wins to fall back on. You might not be winning as often as you would like. Suddenly, you both are losing and also aren't taking those steps forward. You're hitting the wall. You're hitting the wall. What do you have to find enjoyment in if you're losing and not growing? And that's what determines if you're going to be committed to the game and break through the wall and shift your mindset and find new ways to learn, new areas to progress in, new ways to grow, so that you can keep having a positive feedback loop and enjoy the process. When you hit that wall, that will determine if you are happy or not. Either you can try to break through it and be miserable, or you can try to break through it and be happy, or you can put the stick down and move on. A lot of people are going to put the stick down at that moment, go do something else. A lot of people are going to bang their head against the wall and they're going to blame the game and they're going to be miserable. And then a small select few will chip at the wall bit by bit and, treasure every little pebble, every little bit of dust they chip away at that wall. And that's just how it works. That's how it works. So we're going to see the same shit in Street Fighter 6. It's just going to happen because it's a competitive game. That happens with every competitive game. Every single competitive game. So it's just how it is. Like, you can't always be happy. You can't always be happy unless you really adopt a mindset growth with it. And then that's only for the weirdo serious people. Like, what kind of weirdo gets serious about a fighting game? You got to be a weird person to do that. So when I see everyone hating on Street Fighter 5 like that, I think about everyone hating on Street Fighter 4 like that, and things just change. And I just feel like you shouldn't speak so soon. Enjoy the process, see where it takes you. When you hit that wall, you'll make the choice. You do not know where this journey will take you. So when I say I think Street Fighter 6 is setting up people for disappointment, it's because it's really they're setting themselves up for disappointment. They are building up something to be more than it is. It's a game. It's a game at the end of the day. Hopefully it comes out great and we get to get more people to that wall and more people will choose to stick around and enjoy the journey of chipping away at it. That's the goal. A great game is a game that encourages more people to get to that wall and more people to stick around for the journey when shit gets hard. That's a great game. So Street Fighter 6 might be a great game, but that wall will be there. That wall will be there. Do not doubt it.